And now, it's that time of the week once again. Welcome to the Departure Lounge podcast with your host, Tom Whittle, your ticket to the home of aviation podcasts. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
A huge thank you to our channel member, Barry Price. Yes, hello everybody. I've still got caught out. There we go. Nice one. Hello everyone. I hope you're well. Welcome to the Departure Lounge podcast here on the Departure Lounge YouTube channel. And I hope you are well this evening. Oh, dearie me. Right. I thought I wasn't going to get back in time, which is why it's a little bit of a late starting time. However, I'd say late starting time. It's only a couple of minutes, but yeah. Other than that, hope everyone's well. Just me this evening, we are going to essentially what we're doing this evening is we're turning the heat down a little bit, which admittedly is probably something that you, Jack, should be learning how to do, is turning the heat down a little bit. On the podcast this evening, we're going to have a chat about we're going to have a chat about everything. We're going to take a trip down memory lane this evening. We're going to sort of look back on the channel where it's kind of progressed from. We're also going to reveal one or two things that we're going to be doing as well. So we also basically we've got something brand new coming to the channel. We also have a brand new segment at the end of the show, which is something to look forward to. I put this all together last night after a pint or two. So no idea if it's gone well. But yeah, so hopefully everyone is well. Without further ado, we'll go straight into everything anyway. So a bit of housekeeping, then we'll say hello to you lovely lot that are watching us or watching me this evening. So first of all, we are on social media. You can find those in the description below, or you can just find us through the usernames, which are obviously down the very bottom of the screen there, to keep up to date with everything happening with the show. Anything to do with the show, or just to generally follow and see the pictures that we've posted and things like that. So well worth giving that a follow. Also, still haven't updated the graphic. It's one thing I haven't done. We're on we've got our own merch shop. Like I say, it's all updated logos and stuff. Still need to get around to doing that. You can find that also in the description below. Like I say, you can request your own custom t-shirt if you really want one. All you've got to do, message us, and then we'll get it created, whack it on the shop, and it'll be yours to purchase. Got a Facebook group as well called the Departure Lounge Community Channel, which of course you can join as well and have a look at some of our lovely people who are in the group posting their pictures of aircraft from past and present, and awesome photos in there as well. So definitely worth giving that a look. And if you wish to be a guest on the show, do consider dropping us a message on any of the social medias so that obviously we can get you on the show as soon as we can. And we'll explain a little bit more about that a little bit later. I'll answer the burning question, which is, what the hell is this? So this is an enormous canvas picture that I picked up. It goes a long way. It goes a long way. It's a massive canvas picture I picked up from a house clearance because I work in removals. So I got this bad boy for free, which was quite nice. I still haven't found a place to put it yet, but I thought I'd show it off this evening because I quite like it. It's, more on like the chilled side of things this evening. So this is what we've gone for. It's kind of, we're going for the chilled side of things anyway. So yeah, that is what that picture is. And to answer the obviously burning question from Max, what do you think? That is a tree. 100% that is a tree. But anyway, let's have a look and say hello to the wonderful people that are joining us this evening. So we have Stephen Owers. I'm just going to read names out. Carl Crawford, channel member. MaxJet TV Live. Who else we got there? Paul Hussey. Good to see everybody. Wayne Hartshawn as well. Good to see you. Yes, I've just seen the comment there. A few exciting announcements. Absolutely. There are a few exciting announcements to come on the show. Also, Jack Rolls, good to see you. Your dinner will be done in 40 minutes, of course. Jim Gemmell, hello to you. I'm just going to go through the names just while I can. Barry Price, hello to you. Even though you're popping in, good to see you. Steve there under the Verwood Kitman name, hello to you. Rob Brown, good to see you as always. Ian Hartley, hello to you. Transatlantic Allison, hello to you. Gail Leary, good to see you. Firing Travels, also good to see you as well. Cool. All right. So as I said, we've got a few things to announce this evening, but we'll go more and more into that sort of as the show goes on. As it's myself, it'll probably be a shortish one again this evening, probably about an hour or just over an hour sort of thing. I don't want to bore you with just myself, so we'll do that. So also the other thing that we're announcing, which I don't think, do you know what? I haven't even done that. We're also announcing the first two competitors on, where is it? Is that right? That is right. Yeah, that's right. Ignore me. I want to make sure I've got the right pictures. First two competitors on for Quiznisjet 3, which is March 19th. Still, I mean, it's a star-studded lineup so far. Not gonna lie to you, do stick around for the announcements there. We've got two people have announced themselves already, and we're going to get those out to you as the evening goes on. Lots of chat about Jack's Pizza. Never-ending traveller, hello to you. Did you cremate the pizza, Jack? First of all, did he cook it? That's the burning question: is did he cook it? But yeah, hello to everybody watching. Right, so we'll go into Jim. Jack will be serving dinner in around 40 minutes' time. Somebody remind him at 8:20, please, to get his dinner out of the oven. Right, let's go for a little bit of a sort of trip down memory lane. I want to kind of use this evening, like I said, to kind of have a little bit of a chilled end to the weekend sort of thing. So I want to sort of just like say have a nice chilled out end to the weekend, obviously with another working week ahead of us. Want to kind of involve everybody and let's have a little laugh and a giggle and just try to take it nice and easy before we do Rate My Liveries next week with Wayne Hartshawn is on the March edition of Rate My Liveries next week. So yeah, plenty to look forward to. But yeah, I wanted to kind of, whether you're new to the channel or whether you've been around since the very first episode of the podcast, I was thinking about it earlier. And it's to me, it's quite amazing to see just sort of how much of an impact this sort of show has had, not just for the people that are watching and myself and the team as well. Gail, Serena, Jack, Ian, Steve, and that we're always looking to add people to the team as well. So another thing is, if you're interested in joining us on the team, then feel free to message as well. But yeah, I basically want to sort of start off with sort of what your wonderful early memories of the podcast, basically, and what kind of impact has it had on you? Kind of use it as a little bit of feedback, I suppose. It's just, I want to know kind of, how, or even how you found it. Like, let me know how you found the podcast, whether it's through obviously watching like last week's episode with Chris and Wayne from SDTV, or whether you found it through a recommendation from somebody. I want to know like early memories sort of thing. Like certain things that stick to me is obviously Jack going upside down is obviously a cult favorite amongst everybody on the channel. But even like back to the early days sort of thing, where it was just me starting off, and of course we'll give him a mention as well because he started. Jer Dooley was obviously part of the show before we took things to the next level by bringing in Ian and things like that. So it's very, very strange to see, just sort of very strange to see where it's come from. Let's have a look and see what people have said. So for example, oh god, hang on. Yeah. Oh, Carl Crawford found us from Airliners Live when we had Sam on. Very good episode. Enjoyed that one a lot. Chatting to Sam. There are plans to get her and Andy on the show as well. Little spoiler there for you. Stephen Owens found us last week through Chris at Speedbird SDTV. Jack Rolls found us through the Isaac Cowley episode and Never Looked Back. Ian Hartley, of course, there from the very beginning, says that he remembers the first one, but I was quite literally, I was nervous as anything. If you haven't seen it, compared to how I am now in front of you lot, you can't watch it because it's only like a voice sort of thing, but give it a listen. You can literally hear how nervous I am by you can literally hear how nervous I was to do the whole thing. And if you actually listen to the first episode, there's a lot of things in there that are very, very different to how we then moved forward from episode 2. There are things in there like quizzing the guests at the end that I haven't done that ever since. Obviously, we've moved on to doing like the quiz show itself, Quizness Jet, which I think is doing quite well. So yeah, if you ever get a chance, listen to the first one, and then you'll see just how different it is. It's honestly absolutely frightening. I think the other thing as well that I was quite nervous about was actually doing this on camera. Camera was probably for me one of the most nerve-wracking things I think I've ever done. And I'm going to look you straight in the eyes without knocking my camera. That's going to make the best bits, isn't it? I'm going to look you straight in the eye and be like, I was crapping myself, but I think everybody made this so much more comfortable for me. So it's kind of like not just my community, but it's everyone's community. So it's wonderful. It's fantastic. I thoroughly enjoy the banter that we have. Steve, of course, Steve was part of the camera change, going from doing it just via Discord to changing over to webcam. And even he says it was terrifying. It was, I mean, if I was nervous for the first one that we did, I was crapping myself big time for the video version. But it's gone a long way, and you get to see our lovely faces week in, week out. More about the memories that people have got here. Wayne Hartshorn says it's made Sunday evening enjoyable, and through our very own Jim and Lynn, of course. Steve funny story. Steve was asking about I think. Yeah. So Steve says, I think it was your Twitter I'd asked for help on Heathrow Easterly spotting locations, and you'd reply. I did. That's how me and Steve got in touch with each other, was literally through a tweet that he put. Good evening, of course, to London Plane Spotting as well. Good to see you. Matchjet TV Live came in when Matteo from SCTV was on the show. Wayne Harshon. Well, it was going to be brought up at some point. I found a new love and respect for electrical boxes purely because I stood on one. Very good. Very, very good. Rob Brown, of course, a long-time watcher of the podcast, says BA Tales with Joe and Ian. Joe's F-18 reaction was awesome. Then Joe's recipe was a belter. Just unfortunate. Yeah, we're not going to go too much into... Actually, do you know what? We will. Let's talk about that. Basically, right, so we'll have the reason why food became a massive thing on our channel, which is bizarre because it's an aviation channel, right? But the reason why food became such a massive deal on the channel is because we did... Well, when was it? I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah, so we brought Jer back onto the show, and it was around sort of Christmas time. I think it was 2021. I'm sure superfan Jack will be able to kind of tell us when it was. And we thought he was so funny. Like, we thought he was so funny reading out recipes, and people loved it. Like, people were laughing, but not at him, with him, because he's a funny guy, right? Anyway, there was one snowflake. I'm not going to out the name because I don't think it's worth wasting breath. But yeah, and one thing came to another, and it was a case of it then became so much hassle that we had to cancel the segment, and then we had to cancel Jer. So that's why. So yeah, so that's why food then became a massive deal, and that's why we keep talking about it all the time. So if you've ever wondered why we go on to food, there you go. Transatlantic Alison, I did reach out to her and asked her to come on the show, and now we can't get rid of her. We wouldn't want to get rid of you anyway. Wouldn't want to get rid of you. Jack Roll says he's never cremated any food before being on the podcast. Don't blame the podcast for that, Jack. Do not blame us. Don't blame us. Ali Cat, good to see you. Couple of weeks via the mods. Watched and loved the quiz. Thank you very much. I want to know what people's feedback is on the quiz as well, actually, because I think it's doing really, really well. Maxjet TV Live says, love Quizness Jet, best show ever. It is pretty good. Yeah, it is pretty good. It's something that I've been thinking about for a while, and thankfully got around to doing it. And luckily, not luckily, but unluckily, it all came to a head after I broke my elbow. So it was like, I've got all this time to plan it and prep it. So all good. Nicola Carter found us through last week's episode. So good to see that you've come back to us. Some people do watch us for the first time and then don't bother coming back. But no, good to see you. London Plane Spotting. Rain introduced me, and I'm so glad I got to know this channel. It's great. Well done, Tom. Thank you very much. Lots of people. Serena using the wrong YouTube account. Good stuff. Rob Brown with another. Yeah, Ian's Sweetheart Strawberry Chutney was another classic. Tasted good. Yeah, Ian's chutney. Chutney sort of segments. We'll call them segments, but chutney segments are pretty cool. London Plane Spotting says the quiz coming legendary. Yeah, ultimately a cult. I mean, one of my favorite moments ever is Ian trying to promote the Chutney channel, where he just becomes so high pitched and starts laughing and wetting himself. So funny. I forget which episode that is. I'm sure Jack will be able to remember. Jim Gemmell found us through the Rates the Retros about a year ago. Yeah, you've been around. Suddenly, I'm Jonathan Ross. Been around for a while. Yeah, lots of people saying, obviously, I mean, we had Wayne on last week, and he was nervous, and lots of people giving him encouragement, which is pretty good. Maxjet TV Live with a rather big comment. We'll read it out. It says, Tom, can I just say a big, massive thank you very much indeed for the wonderful podcast shows and guests coming in and flight sim streams and video uploads. and the kitchen sink. So well done, mate. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much indeed. Transatlantic Allison, speaking of food, have you tried the curry I told you about? I haven't, not yet. I do plan on getting around to it. I've not forgotten it. I've actually written it down, so we're all good. Jesus. Rob Brown says, imagine trying to draw a Herc left-handed. That was quite good. That was quite funny. And then Wayne, since I watched the Sim shows, I've now had 3 spine realignments, but rehabilitation going well. Cheeky bugger, literally, right? It's not me, okay? It's not me. If you go on Volanta and you see the flight I did today, I'm telling you now, it's not me, all right? It is not me. Landed the 777 beautifully today. It's not me. It's not me. London Plane Spotting says, look forward to Wayne's livery choices. Yes, Wayne, we'll talk about next week very, very quickly. Yeah, so Wayne is with us next week. He's doing the Rate My Liveries for this month. But we are looking for somebody to come in for April. So I'm gonna start to advertise that now. So if you fancy coming on to sit in the hot seat and have your favorite liveries rated by a rather savage crowd, and you're brave enough to do so, like I say, drop me a message on social media, and then, like I say, we'll book you in. It's completely free. Like, it is free and ready for somebody to jump in and get their name put on there. So if you fancy it, do let me know and get in touch. Tom Smith, good to see you. We became sort of like Volanta buddies yesterday on the Flight Sim stream. We were tracking each other's flights, which was pretty cool. Gail Leary, I just missed the comment. Where was it? There it was. Bring back the drawing challenge was so funny. It might make a return this month. Might make a return. Yes. All right. So we'll take a quick pause. And what we'll do, Darren Smith saying, I will do the quiz. If that is, I've got my board. I'll write your name down. Not a problem. I will write your name down and book you in for the quiz. But yeah, we'll take a quick pause. Jim Gamble, drawing challenge, but pen is in your mouth. How did you know? It's almost like we've seen it before somewhere. It is an idea. Yeah, it is an idea. Of course, it is. Right. Yeah. No. We'll take a quick pause to reveal the very first and obviously the reigning, defending Quizness Jet champion, of course, Ian Hartley, watching with intent, of course, to find out who his first challenger is. So, what I'd like to know is, does anybody have any ideas who it could be? Like I said, it is star-studded. We got 2 people that we are revealing today. The next 2 will be revealed next week, or the rest of the challenges will be revealed next week. But we're going to reveal 2 tonight. So does anybody have an idea who could potentially be the first revealing challenger for Ian's Quizness Jet title? Carl Crawford, it'd be great, but I think he's very busy. Noel Phillips would be fantastic to have, but I think he's going to be super busy. Ian Hartley says Richard Branson. Probably not. It's definitely not Richard Branson. Steve nominating Ian's daughter. It's not her. Jim Gemmell says Alison. Unfortunately, no. Alison won't be able to do the quiz because I think she was flying. Can't remember where. She can probably put it in the chat. People saying Del Boy, Tom Cruise. No. So he was supposed to do it last month, but due to unfortunate circumstances, so due to I can't honestly put my teeth in tonight, and it might be all right. He was supposed to do it last time, but didn't, because of, like, say, unfortunate circumstances, which I won't go into. and I doubt he'll go into it either. But joining us as the first contender, I'm hoping this is the right picture, and I think it is, will be YouTuber and all-round funny man, Matt Cochran. He has told me he is absolutely there, and he is ready to take Ian's title. He will 100% be with us on the 19th of March. The second one will come later on this evening, and I think you'll all appreciate it. So, Matt Cochran first up as a challenger for Ian. Should be quite interesting. Very knowledgeable is Matt as well, so it's going to be quite a fun one, I think, especially with him on it. Like I say, it's a star-studded lineup, so there are some big names in there as well. Ian's first comments is, the guy is awesome, can't wait, did a couple of shows with him, and he is a legend. If you haven't seen our Matt Cochran shows, by the way, give him a watch. He's honestly like one of my favorite, if not my absolute favorite video uploader of like aviation, like plane spotting. Not so much like I say live streams, because he doesn't do that, but like shoot video, edit it, put it on the thing. Super funny. Oh my gosh, super funny. Like one of my favorites. I'll happily sit there and watch his entire collection of videos. That's how much, that he's super funny. He's super funny. So he'll be on. And should pose quite a challenge to Ian, I think. So yes. All right. So we've got the quiz done there. Like I said, we've got a little bit of a segment, or a new segment. I'm not going to give too much away, but it's going to come towards the end of the show. I think it'd be quite funny. I've put a lot of effort into this, so fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it should be all right. So we'll move on slightly. So what I want to do now is, as part of like feedback sort of thing. I mean, first of all, let's talk about things like subscribers and things like that. Like, so at the moment, the channel is on, if I refresh, 2,468, which is probably 2,467 more than I actually expected. I think for me, it's quite humbling to, as I mentioned before, we obviously have this great community feel, and obviously the name is getting out there to a lot of people, and it's honestly wonderful to watch. It's wonderful to watch names come in, everyone having a laugh and a giggle with themselves about stupid things, right? Stupid things. But I think the best part about the whole thing is we don't judge anything like that. We don't judge what people are putting into the chat. We don't judge what people are saying. We don't, judge what people do, etc. And I think what we've got here is a real close-knit, like family sort of feel. We mentioned it last week with like Speedbird TV, STTV. I keep saying Speedbird, it's not what they're called, STTV. And I mentioned that obviously there's a few channels like it. So like Airliners Live and STTV, and it's a real like family feel. And I like to think that we've kind of got that ourselves as well, even though we're not as big as those. We're like, we've got loyal watchers and things like that. And I think I think we've got a good crowd of people, which I'm very, very happy with. But what I want to know from you lot is just as ideas, not just just something that gives you an opportunity to kind of be a little bit creative yourself. Is I want to know what people would want to see on the channel in the future. So it can be literally anything. Literally say whatever. I want to kind of get some ideas from you guys as what you want to see on the channel in the future, to see how much further we can take this channel in terms of what we can bring you. So what do people want to see? I mean, it can be as simple as like live streams, like from airports and stuff, or it could be potential guests for the podcast, or it could be anything. It could be absolutely anything. Could be anything at all. And of course, at the same time, while we're doing that, throughout the entire evening here, we'll use it as a bit of a Q&A as well. So if you'd like to kind of give us a a question to answer rather, whether it's about myself or whether it's about the channel or just anything in general, really, something stupid or whatever, just absolutely anything, bring it on. Use it as a bit of a Q&A, and let's see what you want to sort of have in the future. Jack Rolls saying airshow reviews. That is something that we're looking into. I think we sort of spoke about. Should we talk about it? Because I think no, let's not talk about it yet. Not yet. But yeah, airshow reviews are. We did the international go again Royal International Air Tattoo from last year that we spoke to. I'm probably not going this year because I delayed my departure day ticket to the point where they sold out. So I think I'm going to use my money and elsewhere, I think. But yeah, so obviously there'll be some like pre-recorded stuff. I'm in the process of getting a new camera, hopefully a 4K camera. So there'll be some more like some good quality stuff. Like the quality of the pictures will go a little bit more than what they are at the moment. Never ending traveler Jack cooking videos. Do you know what? We could do that as like a very do you know what? That's also giving me a really good idea. So basically, I'll just off pieced a little bit. There is a YouTuber called Cooking with Jack. Right? His cooking is horrific. It's dreadful, right? It's so bad. It is so bad. We can't call it Cooking with Jack because that's already been taken. But I think, Jack's cooking videos would be fantastic. 100%. I mean, got to do it. Ian Hartley says, I think your sim challenges are entertaining. They are coming back. Don't think I've forgotten about them. They are coming back. I'm trying to think of I've got it in my head, but the problem is, and this is something that people that are starting on YouTube need to kind of understand, is don't mention anything. Because what happens is there are little parasites called other YouTubers who will potentially look at this and they'll kind of they'll sit there and they'll lurk in the background, right? And then they'll go, oh, he's just said this. Oh, okay, that sounds cool. Let's nick that idea. So, for example, first quiz that we did, right? Some of you remember like the registration game on there. I only went and saw it the next day on someone else's stream. Not going to mention who, but don't nick my ideas, right? So that's why now I don't say nothing. Like I keep stum. So, yeah. So I'm not going to say nothing, but yeah, the landing challenges are coming back. Let's have a look here. Gail Leary says, a look at behind the scenes with airlines and airports. Yes, I think it's very difficult to, first of all, engage with airlines to also get them to accept what you want to do. So luckily for me, we did a pre-recorded one with the now closed, but looking like it's coming back, Cornwall Aviation Heritage Centre. I spent the day there, filmed a lot of stuff, spoke to a few people, and it went down quite well. Very, very well. So I was like, okay, yes, let's do some more like pre-recorded stuff. I think it would be quite good. Like I said, the problem is trying to find people or airlines that would allow, first of all, behind the scenes access, and two, for airlines in particular, because they're going to be super strict into what you can film and what you can't film. So it's going to be super difficult, but possibly something to potentially do in the future. Nick that one if you like. Who cares? Who cares at this point? I do. Stop nicking my ideas. You know who you are. History of airlines and airports worldwide, says Paul Hussey. Like that a lot. There's a few ideas that I've got as well for that. So yeah, there's a couple of good ideas. Wayne Hartshorn, maybe a little co-hosting live stream with SDTV and airliners. Watch this space. That's all I'm saying. Watch this space. Stephen Owens, there's lots of suggestions coming through. It's absolutely wonderful to see. About aircraft static displays like Duxford. I'll tell you what, actually, that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. I'll write it down. Duxford, a bit far for some people to go to, so I think we'll be fine. Carl Crawford, possibly the Summer Task Fair in Manchester in July. Booked in already. Already got my time off for it. I'm going up there to go and have a look and see what all the fuss is about up in Manchester. Let's have a look at some more. Oh, okay. Ali Cat, we'll go for this one first. Jack's cooking tips. Probably just leave everything at 40 minutes and hope for the best. It's like a swing and a miss, but like, yeah. Jack's cooking tips. Interesting. I like it. Wayne Hartshorn, a news round style roundup of weekly aviation news. I think we used to do that in the early days. We used to start the show like that with like 10 minutes of news and things like that. Gail Leary, what about reviews from local airports, including traffic in and out, be it military or civil? Yeah, should be pretty cool. Yeah, Lewis co-host, special guest me. People just want me here, there, and everywhere, don't they? It's frightening. Frightening. They just want me here, there, and everywhere. Darren Smith. This one I like. This one I like a lot. How about a spaghetti special? Jack can cook it live. What was that program? There was a program, wasn't there? Like, is it Cooking with Gordon or something, where he used to like cook live, like so he'd like make a meal and then you'd cook live and stuff. I think that'd be quite funny. I think it'd be quite funny to do something like that. And get Jack to do it. Jack would burn the water, says Jim. Oh dear. Oh dear, I like it. Mike B with a great suggestion. Good to see you as well. Lost airfields and airports. Gail Leary, quizzes such as channel versus channel test their knowledge. Someone's been reading my book. I haven't got a book, but yeah, some interesting stuff. Yeah, some interesting stuff to come on the channel. Jack's cooking tip, just nuke it, says Jim. Never Ending Traveler says, what about future of aviation? Interesting. I could just sort of sum that up in like 5 seconds and be like, I don't like it. I don't like the future of aviation. But yeah, that's a different thing. God, you lot have got so many ideas, haven't you? Carl Crawford, possibly Shuttleworth collection. Possibly. Absolutely. Darren Smith, spotting location reviews of big airports like Paris, Frankfurt, Amsterdam, Madrid, Lisbon. Chat live about the best spots to view. And yeah, okay. Spotting location sounds like a good idea. Wayne Hartshorn, I know he mentioned this to me before. Drop-in style shows where anyone could just pop in on the show for a random chat. Do you know what? That sounds like such a good idea that I might actually do that next time. And I'm going to say this out there, right? And I'm going to put this out there now, and I'll see which one. And I'm just going to, we're not quite past 9 o'clock tonight, but as you know, I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to offend anybody. But I'll put it out there and say that because me and Wayne spoke about it yesterday, 100%, we're going to do that. We're going to literally do that. We're literally going to do a drop-in style sort of chat sort of thing. So the next show that we do, which is just a standard podcast sort of thing, I will be here and I will literally post the link, right? I don't know how this is going to work, right? But I'm going to post a link that people can join, and I'm going to go live and I'm going to see who the hell joins, right? It could either be one or two ways. It could go really well, or it could absolutely suck and go really, really bad. And then you get all these like random people joining you. it will be terrible. I'm sure it'll be terrible. But you know what? For the love of live streaming onto YouTube, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Although I can see who joins, so if I don't like the look of somebody that's joined, I might just boot them out. Not you lot though. You lot can join. But yeah, Darren Smith says it will get messy. Absolutely, 100%. Everyone's saying it's not going to end well. What about a phone in? Says Jim Gemmell. Sorry, this is Rob Brown. Please one. I don't know. I would imagine that would literally. I don't know. I'd have to put some effort into trying to get a phone in type thing. I don't even know how you would do that. Don't know. Don't know how you would do that. London plane spottings with plane model reviews. Okay. Do you know what? It wouldn't surprise me. I put a tweet out about wanting somebody like a video editor to come in and like edit the best bits of like podcasts and stuff. And I got inundated with bots that were like, "We can do this for you." It's like, you're not what I'm after. Go away. And I just kept getting messages after messages. We see that you're looking for. I'm like, literally, go away. To the point where I had to delete the tweet and block all the bots that come in. But yeah, give it 20 minutes and the sex box will be dropping in for a chat. Good Lord. Could you imagine? Oh dear. Last thing I want to see is someone's starfish just appear on the screen, but there you go. But yes, Wayne says a charity special evening. It's on the cards. There is something planned like that. Darren Smith says review of best aviation videos on YouTube. There are so many, so everyone can supply one video each and we review them, but it may take time. Not if you possibly combine it maybe with a charity special evening, so we can start nice and early, or we can do like a, sorry about the starfish comment, by the way. I don't know if anyone's like, oh God, really? Sorry about that. But yeah, we could start nice and early and just have like lots of big videos and review them. Maybe just add an idea. No, because that would, I don't know, that'd be probably negative, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think that might be a negative. Ignore me. I was just thinking about like having a search for other people's podcasts and reviewing them sort of thing, but I imagine it'd be quite negative. For a lot of people, it might be negative. There are some out there that are really, really good, but whether we just stick to like the videos and stuff, like some of the best videos, or see with that, or we review some flight sim landings that other people have posted. Who knows? Yeah, plenty to think about, man. Plenty to think about. Also, there could be. That's also the other problem. The other problem you've got is copyright issues, because there'll be people out there rubbing their hands together, going, "Well, go get him," and yeah, not good. So we're not going to toy with that idea. Yeah, lots of people saying copyright. Yeah, probably not an idea. Wayne says, fancy dress evening for guests. I'll come dressed as a passenger on the flight sims. I lay dorm a spinal board. Terrible. I told you, it's not me, right? It's not me that does it. Gail Leary, what about rating fast jets, cargoes, helicopters, etc.? Oh, I tell you what, there's that rating website, isn't there? That's an idea. Very good, Gail. We will talk about that after the show, I'm sure. Yeah, so I think looking at other people's videos, probably not the best idea, because everyone will be like, we'll get money. It's like just whatever. I'm not leeching off of other people. So yeah, so that would probably, I think we've been looking at like fancy dress type things for like Christmas and like events and things like that. It's getting everybody to do it. That's the problem. Also, I'll tell you what, let's flip a little bit. Okay. So for the 100th episode, do you know what? Literally, I'll bring this up. Lewis says, "Sorry, I found it with a couple of my videos when I used the song, which I had permission to, and then their record company comes after you." Yeah, honestly, like so. Okay, let's backtrack a little bit. Okay, so everyone's heard of Epidemic Sounds, right? The copyright-free music website that you can pay money for to get your license and make sure that the music that you're using is doesn't get flagged by the website. Okay, just remember that a little bit. Right, if you follow me on Twitter, you will know that I have a enormous hatred for Epidemic Sounds, because so many times now I have used songs from their website that's copyright free and won't get struck, and they have struck me for it. So, for example, those that watch the Heathrow video will notice that the intro is muted. Okay, it's never normally like that. Do you want to know why? Because, and I kid you not, this is how quickly they were, and I literally wanted to punch a hole in my wall. Okay. The thing was I had even clicked to publish the video, and they had already struck me. Right? They had already struck me before I'd even pressed. So the standard definition version was ready. It was processing the HD version, and they struck me before I could press the publish button. I sent them the most scathing email I think anyone would have ever read. And I also tweeted them saying I think they're absolute scam artists, to which point they replied with, "Well, please feel free to email us." And I'm like, I'd rather you just not scam people out of their money, if I'm honest. And I left it at that. They replied back to me, and I was just like, no, thank you. Literally sod off, and that's putting it nicely. Darren Smith, have a quiz where people have to ID the aircraft taking off or landing by their engine sounds. Ooh, I smell a new round for Quizness Jet. Excellent. It's a really good shout, that. Jim Gemmell, top 10 lists, even though everyone else seems to do it. Everyone else seems to do it because they do well. That's what it is. They do well. Possibly. Yeah, know your engines. There could be some real twisters in there as well. Do you know what, Darren? I like that. It's a good idea. Right, another pause. Okay, hang on. Okay, so weighing on about the fancy dress, apparently I could be dressed as an electrical box. Oh my goodness me. I'm not going to... That is the last time I mention about... Yeah. All right. God damn it. Darren Smith says, how many Hollywood movies have you seen? A DC-8 takes off and it sounds like a DC-9. Oh, if we had more time, literally, that is what we would talk about for the entirety of the show. It's so bad. It's just very half-assed, is what it is. Jack Rolls says, if he ever gets up to Bournemouth Aviation Museum, providing your black box allows you to, I could do a review for you as well as a vid, and I'll give it to you. Give you it to use. Interesting. Lots of people with. I'll tell you what. There's people there with quiz ideas that you never know, they might actually turn up. You never know. Lots of people liking the ideas. Plenty of planning going into Quizness Jet 3. I can smell it already. Right, quick pause, because we're going to go for the second competitor for Ian's Quizness Jet title. This is the last reveal of this particular bit for this evening. So again in the comments. Have a guess, please, as to who you might think it would be. So we know from the first reveal that... Is that the right one? That's the right one. Matt Cochran is the first guest. Who is the second person? Wayne says the Easter Bunny. It's definitely not the Easter Bunny. Boris Johnson. Do you know what? I want to do a very... So I might do this off camera so I can actually feel like I can do it. But I've been told... I sent some voice notes before, and apparently I've got that much of a posh voice that I'd sound like Boris Johnson. Now, I was slightly offended. Right, hold on. Hang on. Oh, God. Let me get that back on there. Can we please ban Darren Smith, please, for using foul language on our channel, please? Just quickly put him into timeout. Just, that language is not necessary. Please. Thank you. Bring it back up now. So apparently, when I speak with the posh voice, I sometimes sound a bit like Boris Johnson. Make sure that you stay at home, keep your distance from your family, and make sure that you get... do you know what? I'm not going to go any further because someone will strike that. Right? Someone will strike that and go, it's political. Bunch of snowflakes. Don't even think about it. But apparently that's what I sound like. Right, anyway, back to... Sounds more like Tony... Oh, geez, that's even worse. Oh, God. Tony Blair. Jesus wept. Don't call... No. Well, I know what I'm changing my name to. Sounds more like Margaret Thatcher. Okay, hang on a minute. Here's my Margaret Thatcher. Death to the North. Right? Anyway. Enough about politics. I'm not doing that. Right. Also, Boris Johnson and Tony Blair are not lined up for Quiz Jet 3. Yeah, all right. I'm not one for impressions, all right, but whatever. All right. Do you know what? I'm just going to come out with it, all right? I'm just going to come out with it. So, joining for the second competitor to Ian's Quizness Jet crown. He'll be trying for a third time to go one better. He finished second last time. From the first show, and he also finished worse. I think third? I think it was last time. It is, of course. It had to be. He loves it. He absolutely loves it. It's Jack Rolls, everybody. Jack Rolls is joining us. Oh dear. Oh, I had such good fun doing that yesterday. Oh dear, Jack Rolls is going to be on the show as well. Oh dear. Oh dear. Jack is on the show. Oh goodness me. Oh yeah, Jack's on the show. Quiz Jet 3 going for a third time to become Quiz Jet champion. Oh my goodness me. Oh, I love it. Love for Jack. Rob Brown. Bisto, it's Jack. Oh dear. Oh goodness me. So Jack Rolls is going to be with us, gunning for the Quiz and Chat title for a third time. Oh dearie me. Honestly, when I did that yesterday, I had so much fun. So much fun. I had so much fun doing that. It was quite something. Also, what I want to also show as well is I just want a quick recap of there was a really nice picture that Jack shared with us last week. If you didn't see it, I'm about to put it on screen as well. It's he showed us a great picture of a fairy swordfish, and I thought it was that good. I kind of need to show it again. So here it is. Oh God. Oh, Rob Brown gets the credit for this, by the way. Oh my God. Oh goodness me. Darren Smith with Australian Navy. Oh my God. I love it. Oh dear. Oh, brilliant. Love it. Anyway, it's a really, really, really good picture of the fairy swordfish from Jack. Oh dear. Surprised those men haven't fallen out. Love it. Oh, just wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So funny. All right. Back to a little bit of serious stuff. We've got another reveal for you now. But it's not Quizness Jet stuff. No, no, no. So like I said, everyone else will be revealed next week after Wayne's done the Rate My Livery show. Then we'll reveal the entire lineup for Quizness Jet 3 next week. So we've got something brand new coming on March the 26th. So here's how it's going to work. There will now be one podcast a month, one game show a month, one Rate My Liveries a month, and one of the brand new thing a month. Okay, what is that brand new thing, I hear you ask? Well, I have been in discussions with a particular and a certain Wayne Hartshaw. We have deliberated over doing something that a lot of people mentioned last week. If you're catching on, you're probably right. On the 26th of March, we've got the thumbnail ready. I'm going to schedule it at some point this week, so it's in there, ready to go. For those that remember, obviously I haven't done them for a while. Used to be paired up myself with a model selling company. Okay, now we're bringing it as a live show. So myself and Wayne would like to bring you Model Mania. This is something that me and Wayne have been talking about, and we figure it's going to be very, very unique because I don't think anybody does a live show with it. I might be wrong. So the first episode we are testing just to kind of see what we're going to do with it. They will be about an hour long, but we're going to be reviewing the Gemini Jets British Airways A380 in 1/400 scale. Both me and Wayne are very much looking forward to this. We think there is a very good opportunity here. We've also been in touch with some other model retailers as well, and they are very happy to be on board with this. So, yes, absolutely. We're going to have models that we're going to review, and we're also going to review the latest releases that are due to come the following month. So these will take place at the end of each month, so that going forward, we look forward to what is coming out the following month. So with this one coming out March 26th, we'll be looking at April's releases. And yeah, that is what we'll do. Darren Smith asking, can you make talking about one model last 1 hour? Well, that's where we're reviewing or having a look at future releases. So it's not just going to be talking about one model. We're going to be looking at all sorts of models in, and things like that. And it's just basically going to be a model live chat show type thing. looking at what's to come, and obviously picking a feature airplane for the sort of maybe like half the show sort of thing. So half the show will be separated into, or the show will be separated into two halves, where you get one which is like the review of the model that we've picked or we've had sent to us, and then the remainder of the show will be reviewing what's coming out from the likes of NG models, Gemini jets, so on and so forth. There are so many. So yeah, March 26th, this kicks off Model Mania episode 1. Very excited to finally bring that news to you. Like I said, both me and Wayne are very excited about this one. And we hope you are as well. Of course, I've got a big collection of models. Wayne apparently has an even bigger collection than me, which I didn't think was possible, but apparently it is. So it makes sense to do a model review show. So there you go. Model Mania, March 26th. There you go. Good stuff. What are we thinking? Because I think this could be really good, right? I think this could be really, really good. So yeah, so that's how it will work. So at the beginning of the month, we'll have the podcast show. Then we'll have Rate My Liveries. Then we'll have the quiz. And then we will have, to round out the end of the month, we'll have Model Mania. Lots of people loving the idea. Jim Gemmell, Wayne's bank manager, wants a little chat with Wayne and says he has to start bringing his bank card. Love it. Good stuff. Right. Okay. So, so before we go on to sort of the last little segment, we've got another last segment to come. I want to talk about, even like say before we were talking about the whole thing, we were talking about the 100th episode, which is coming up probably. Christ, hang on. What are we in now? March, April, May, June, July. Okay, so July is the 100th episode. Now, I will spill some beans. Keyword in that. I will spill some beans. Okay. The entire team will be involved with the 100th episode. That's myself, Ian, Steve, Jack, Serena, Gail, possibly. We'll convince her. We'll get involved with the 100th episode, so everyone is on screen. The idea that we had, and I want to know if someone's got a better idea, is to do the Bean Boozled game, okay, to celebrate 100 episodes, which I thought would be a fantastic idea. Then I saw that there is a chili version of the Bean Boozled game, which I thought would be an even better idea. But I want to know, is there a better idea than that? So, call it a punishment for 100 episodes, something like that. Wayne, yeah, so have a think. If you've got a better idea than potentially watching us suffer on the 100th episode, chuck it in the chat. Let's see what you got. See how evil you can be. Wayne also mentioning, to do with the model review show, is that we'll also have discount codes. So if we review a model and you look at it and you go, looks pretty cool, we'll give you a discount code and you can save yourself some money. So we're giving you a little something back as well, which would be quite nice. So, but yeah, let me know if, obviously, like I say, going from Bean Boozled to the chili one, and trust me, the chili one, I've seen videos of like the chili Bean Boozled game, and it's it's quite something. So if there's a better idea that you want to see, or you're just happy to see, good Lord, really? Absolutely not. I mean, I'd rather watch paint dry myself. Like, beans, it could make a great show. Open a tin of baked beans and count them out one by one on a piece of tissue. Oh, I tell you what, could do that as a giveaway. Not the baked bean tin or the beans in it. But you go to like a shop or something, and they're like, guess how many sweets are in the jar, and you get to win this great big teddy bear. I've got an Etihad A380. If anyone can guess how many beans are in the tin, then the winner gets an Etihad A380. Why not? I think but basically we want to give something back to you guys for the fact that you've watched us through from episode 1 all the way through to episode 100. So by putting us through something, I think would be quite good. Guess how much the A380 models weighs? Could be a shout. 319 beans. How many rivets? Oh, good lord! All coming up. Yeah, I'm not counting beans. Absolutely not. I'm not sitting there with a toothpick, finally picking out baked beans. There was. Oh, there you go. Ian said there was a post last week on the council cuisine. I think it's about 400 beans. Oh, don't do it, folks. Don't do it. There are better things to do with your life than counting baked beans in a tin. Do not do it. But other than that, Jim Gemmell says Carolina Reaper peanuts. Okay. Rob Brown says, "How about a giveaway on the first model show? Could be a thing." I generally have a put together snap, or we call it like a snap together. Etihad A380. So we may do it as a giveaway. Jack just needs to burn them, says London Plane Spotting. Because I think if not, I'm not doing anything to do with baked beans, right? We're not counting baked beans. I'm not spending an hour counting baked beans because I'll have to read comments out and I'll forget the number of beans I counted, which means they all have to go back into the tin for me to constantly pick them out again. I'm not doing that. I am not doing that. But yeah, so like I said, if you think that the Bean Boozled game is a good shout, then yeah, then we'll go for it. We might do it as a quiz style, or we'll do it as like we'll bring in like a on-screen spinner, so everyone can see what's being spun. Counting tapioca. Stop it, Darren. Stop it. Next thing, it'd be like, are there, it's be like one of those things where it's like, are there a million of millions in a packet? I'm also not going to sit there and count millions either. How many minutes does it take for the fire brigade to arrive at Jack's? Yeah, literally, like, what are the latest odds for that? Can we have Cotton Eye Joe for 100 episodes? Probably not, because I will get struck with copyright. So probably not. But yeah. So if not, it looks like, actually, do you know what? Okay, hang on. I'm going to put a poll in the chat. Hang on. Because I think what we'll do is we'll do the Bean Boozled one, all right? Hang on. Question is, it's got to be made available to everybody. Quiz idea, aircraft silhouettes. Yep, I do like that. Someone should sing Cotton Eye Joe wearing a kilt. You can still get copyright struck even if you sing it without the song. Trust me, I've seen it happen. Right? Right, poll's going in the chat for the version of Bean Boozled that we should do for the 100th episode. I'm not going to look at it. I'm looking at my streaming software at the moment, so I'm not looking at it. So I'll look at it in a minute. Ian also, in the meantime, has sent me a picture. Oh, good Lord. Really? Somebody's actually done it. Oh, dip me in chocolate and feed me to the ladies. Right, hang on. This is just got interesting. Hang on. All right, so they've counted. Actually, do you know what? The picture is self-explanatory. Okay, here it comes. No, not that one. This one. So how the humble baked bean breaks down across the brand. Somebody has spent time, right? Somebody has spent time literally counting what is in, how many baked beans are in tins. Jesus Christ. What a world we live in. Sainsbury's with the most, with 447. Prices do vary. Heinz is definitely a rip-off. Actually, do you know what? It's not as bad as Morrison's. 350 beans in a tin. That is mental. They did miss Branson's, absolutely. Yes, there you go. They missed Branson's. MacJet TV Live. Heinz should be sponsored to do this podcast. Not when they're scamming us of beans, they're not. Yeah. Ian sent me that picture. I can't believe someone's even sat there and done it. Unbelievable. There you go. There you go. Jesus. Right. All right. I'm having a quick look at the... Oh, good Lord. Okay. This will put the cat amongst the pigeons, won't it? So, I'm going to leave the poll running. There are a few people that probably haven't voted. If you haven't voted yet, get your vote into the chat. It's a case of which Bean Boozled challenge should we do for the 100th episode. It's standard version or the chili version, providing, of course, many people can find it, which I think it should be fine. In fact, let me see if I can find it. In fact, no, I'm going to keep that secret. It'll be fine. Do you know what I did? I was sitting there, right? I knew it was going to go that way. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. As long as I put the day off work the next day. Feel like I'm going to need it. But yeah, I don't know. Right. Okay. I could do this all night. I really could. You could. I think baked beans is going to become like a staple on this channel by the looks of it. You could do a tin of red kidney beans, slightly easier. Possibly. MaxJet TV Live. Can you lend Jack 50 quid so he can cook some Heinz? Why would I need to give him 50 quid? I don't want to see it go up in smoke. And the beans. And the kitchen. And probably the house too. But yes. Anyway. Let me just... Okay. Right. Shall we do a closing segment, shall we? As much as I could be here all evening long. Let's do our closing segment. I told you there was going to be a segment that I'm praying to the gods you lot can see, because I've tried to play it over and over and I can't see it. So I'm hoping that you can see it, and that's why I've got it on my screen to the left of me there, so that I can see if you can see it. We're going to go for the final segment that I promised ages ago, and I mean ages ago. Never got around to it until now. Until last night when I had plenty of time on my hands. I was like, I'm just going to get it all done. So, are you ready? Let's put some thumbs ups in the chat. Let's put positivity, thumbs up. Let's put love hearts. Let's put whatever. Chuck it in. And then, if you're ready, we'll do this last segment. Darren Smith, when is Chris from SCTV returning, as his mic was terrible last week? So we worked out that the issue was we should have just had him on his phone. So there are plans to bring him back to do a redo sort of thing. There are plans for it. So I'll be ready for the final segment. Will Mathieu be doing the quiz? No, name's not put forward. Rate my pizza. Okay, right. As there's a lot of you here, okay. Before we do the last segment, I want to put this out there, okay. In fact, I might even change the. Right, we'll go for it first, and we'll see what we think. So so first of all, if you've got any aviation photos, okay, I'm going to do this very quickly. If you've got any aviation photos that you've taken that you want me to show tonight, send them to me in the next 5 minutes through any of the social medias that are down below down here. If you've got any photos, send them to me in the next 5 minutes, right? Other than that, I will then go into the next bit when we go into our next segment. Here we go.
Right, grab your baubles, erect your tree, and there's a 10 out of 10 for me.
Yes. I have recycled an old classic. I almost want to play it one more time. Should we go one more time? Because I'm going to play it at the end anyway. Should we go one more time? Oh dear. Let's get a chance though. One more time. One more time. All right, people want it one more time. Here we go.
Right, grab your baubles, erect your tree, and there's a 10 out of 10 for me.
Love it. Oh, I had such good fun making that yesterday. It's an old classic for those that remember the older podcast, the one that we mentioned with Jer to do the cooking thing. Yeah, we recycled that because I thought it's too good too good not to use. Right? It's too good not to use. Okay. So, oh dearie me. Inside I'm dying, but I'm trying to stay professional at the same time. Yeah. Oh God. Okay, so this is the segment that I promised that just grabbing some photos, bear with me, that someone has sent me. So this is the segment that I promised. Oh God, ages ago. That Jack would get his own segment because I think we showed off the pizza and things like that before. People were laughing and everything else. Also, I'm going to throw this out as a disclaimer, just in case any snowflakes decide that we're mocking Jack. Jack has given us permission to do this, and Jack is not a snowflake. All right, so yeah, don't come at me with, oh, you're mocking him, because I'll just tell you to swivel, because Jack has given us permission to do this because I asked him yesterday. So, but he didn't know that was happening. So, yeah, don't at me, because I will either ignore you or tell you to swivel. Anyway, let's get into it. It's only 2 today, and I'll tell you why there's only 2, and then we'll go on to a little bit more. So, first one, okay. Do you know what? It's so small on my screen, I can't actually see it, but we'll go for, I think it's that one there. So, oh God, that way. This is that's a sad looking jacket potato, everybody. What are we thinking? Rob Brown has basically got the idea. Basically, the idea. Oh no, that's the wrong one. This one here, I was going to say, get folk to send in pictures, good or bad or indifferent, and call it warts and all. So, what I might do is I might change this segment. Obviously, I'll keep Jack's. I'll just put myself here so you can see me. I might keep it to like Jack's segment, but if anybody else wants to get involved and have their cooking showed off, right? These will be at the end of each podcast, and things like that. So if you want to get involved and things like that, then cook something throughout the week, and send it to me. Send it to me, and we'll get them on the screen there as well. So, all right. So I'm assuming that is a steak next to the jacket potato, because I thought that was 2 jacket potatoes, but it turns out now I've seen it, that's 1. And is that what is that, Jack? What's that top thing? Is that top thing sauce? Sorry, it's not sauce because I can't see any on the plate. What I meant is that a steak or a pork chop? It's a steak, says Jack. Wow, unbelievable. Oh, dearie me. I thought it looked a bit like a squash jacket potato. Lewis says that you feel sorry for Jack's taste buds. Ian says, I think the potato fell out of the swordfish when it went upside down. Which one dropped it? Oh, Jack, honestly, you are funny. Wayne Hartshorn says, that's why my nana cat was stuck up the tree for 2 hours. That's potato. Oh, dear. Ian says, Tia asked the plate is from Dunelm. Darren Smith says, I guess McDonald's is gourmet for Jack. Oh, goodness me. Carl Crawford, I feel sorry for Jack's oven. Oh, Jack, you are funny. If you want to get involved in this, by the way, everyone, send me some pictures. Let's make this a thing, right? Let's make this a thing, and I'll change the intro as well to see what everyone has cooked this week. It could be good, bad, whatever. Let's see what you got. So that's the first one. Okay. So it did look quite bland. Okay. Hold on a sec. Hang on. Hold the phone. Well, we'll get on to the second one shortly. Lovely. I don't think I can save that, can I? No, I can't. Okay. Right, bear with me. I'm going to have to do a screen share for someone that sent theirs in. That'll do for the minute. Jack just sent me a message. I'm going to just reply to you here and say yes. Right, anyway. Let me have a look at the chat. Wayne also saying, I feel sorry for any plumber that needs to attend to Jack's bathroom issues. Oh, God. Darren Graham has joined at the wrong time. Yeah, sorry, Darren. Sorry, Darren. Rob Brown says, this is turning into Randy from South Park obsession with cooking shows. Oh, dear. Oh, this is good. This is good, everyone. This is good. All right, ready for the second one. It's not as depressing, admittedly. It's not as depressing because, believe it or not, it's actually got some color. And you'll notice something rather interesting. First one to point it out wins. Oh, well, first one to point it out wins. Oh, God. Yay, there we go. Gale wins. It's got sauce. Alley Cat comes second by saying sauce. MaxJet TV Live third with sauce. Cheese, meatballs, and spag. Yeah, what are we thinking, everyone? What are we thinking? Just, yeah. I mean, it's got colour to it. I mean, that's about the only thing that's got going. Jack with probably the comment of the night says that shot out of my backside quicker than a Man U comeback. London plane spotting. Unmelted cheese. And Katie Price saying, that's a lot of cheese. Oh, God. Wayne Hartshawn, my bowels hurt just watching this. Carl Crawford, sauce okay, the cheese needs melting. Jack, you're a proper trooper for doing this, by the way. I'm just going to put that out there. Ian says it's pre-grated cheese. Oh, goodness me. Darren Smith says this puts me off food. Wayne says ready, steady, cremate. Do you know what? I'm thinking merch ideas, okay? I'm thinking this particular line of ready, steady, cremate with Jack's face on for a t-shirt merch. What do we think? Probably not. It's probably the best idea. Or ready, steady, burn with Jack's face and like holding utensils. Ian said, oh, okay. Doesn't show it for some reason. Ian says the cheese hasn't melted. Is the meal cold? An upside down Jack t-shirt. Do you know what, Sandy? That's an even better idea as well. Can't cook, shouldn't cook. Says Steve. Ready, steady, bing. Says Carl. Wayne Hartshawn says, does your doctor know you're eating this, Jack? I'm generally worried. Brilliant stuff. Rob Brown, can we get Jack a tin of Alpha Betty spaghetti in tomato sauce and get him to spell out a word? Oh, dear. Upside down Jack emojis. I think that's a good idea, but you're only going to use them if you're a member. Ready, steady, sirens. Okay, what do we say then about like merch for Jack? What do we think? I think it could work. Anyway, we'll get this picture off the screen because that's kind of the end of the segment. But yeah, what are we thinking like for merch for Jack with like Jack upside down or Jack holding like, you know, ready, steady, burn or Gaviscon have been on the phone looking for a sponsorship, says says Ian. Gail says definitely for the merch for Jack. If so, I can get working on it tomorrow. Swordfish pick upside down. Oh, you mean that one? Swordfish crashing into a bowl of spaghetti. Don't know. Would the snowflakes allow that? Up, Wayne Hartshawn. Upside down pineapple cake. Perfect recipe for Jack. Love that. All right. I think we'll get some Jack merch done, I think. What about, oh my God, I've just thought of something. What about swordfish on a plate with gourmet around it, like salad and stuff. Upside down swordfish with a plate full of salad around it. Come on now. Upside down swordfish with on a plate, right? For merch for Jack, right? Absolutely. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to work on that as soon as I'm finished. As soon as I'm finished here, I'm creating it. It's going to be good. And then we'll get it out on the social medias. Lewis says, can we send Jack's photo to Gordon Ramsay to rate? Oh my God. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? It's getting raw. Oh my gosh. Imagine. Right. Yeah, I'll get I don't know, should we put Jack on there as well? Or actually no, we'll just do leave the t-shirt with me. I'm gonna sort a t-shirt out and yeah, do some merch for Jack. But anyway, that was the first of what will be quite many. What did Jack cook this week?
Right, grab your baubles, erect a tree, and this is a 10 out of 10 for me.
Wonderful stuff. All right, one little bit to do. Bear with me. Wow, do you know what? That's amazing. Okay. So apparently, Jim Gemmell was live on, well, down the street that Jack lives, the moment that he finished eating this dish. And Jim caught the aftermath of what happened. Who wants to see it? Are you ready? This is what happened after Jack finished eating the spaghetti, meatballs, and cheese. Ready? That's what happened. That is what happened. Oh boy, those poor plumbers. Oh God. Oh, Ian, if only. Ian, if only. Where is it? There it is. Ian, if only. Can we get Jack and Kay's Cooking to do a collab? Oh my God. Oh, if only. That'd be so funny. Oh, geez. There you go. Oh dear. Darren Smith, industrial strength bog roll. Lewis with, we're going to need a longer rod. Jim's Wayne saying, Jim, that's 10 out of 10. Oh, it is. It's 10 out of 10, easily. Rob Brown wondering why downtown Chernobyl was more popular than Bournemouth. Oh, God. But Jim also saying it's a genuine photo of the Isle of Arran, which, funnily enough, is not the name of Jack's street either. Anyway, there you go. Right, one last little bit to do. We're going to show off some aviation photos now. I'm going to end the poll as well. It looks like we're doing the chili version, which I knew would happen. I don't know why I even bothered putting in a poll, but there you go. We're going to show off some aviation photos now. First of all, we're going to go for the first one that is on Instagram. So I have to do a proper sharing of the screen. So hang on. It's the best way of doing this one. Let's go like this. Right, hang on. So this one was sent in by Tom Smith. A rather lovely photo of 747-8 from Qatar Cargo departing East Midlands Airport back in 2022. Lots of love for that. Great stuff. Thank you, Tom, for sending that one in. Next up, we have got British Airways 747 resting at Kemble, given to us by Gail. If you haven't had the chance to go to Kemble to go on that 747, it really is a wonderful experience. A couple more from Gail coming up. Did it? Do you know what I did? I did eat at the Aviate Cafe, and very nice as well. Very, very nice. Another one from Gail of the Vulcan. Another one that's missed very, very dearly. Lovely stuff. Or you can, can't you? You can almost hear that howl. Max saying that he sent me a picture on Instagram. I haven't got it. Another one from Gail. Red Arrows lineup. Very, very nice. Lewis saying perfect shot. Carl Crawford loves the Reds. And lastly, we have this one from Jack Rolls, who's literally just sent it in. And it's a nice way to end with the Avro Lancaster with brand new watermark that I gave him. Couple more to go through because I've now just been sent them. So these will be the last two. We will have to do a screen share. Hang on. Very nice, Jack. Very, very nice picture. All right. So this one was literally just sent in now by Darren Graham. And what a shot this is of the Expo A380. One that still eludes me to this very day. It's a stunner. Very, very nice, that, Darren. Lewis was lucky enough to get it on the on his live streaming. Sorry, on his live stream, I should say. And then I'll take that off. Last one coming in from... Okay. Only reason I can't show this one, Max, is because it's not your picture. Otherwise, I'd show it. It's not your picture, so I can't show it and give credit and things like that. It's a picture from Jet Photos. But yeah. Right, so let's get rid of that. Let's do that. Okay, right. Well, that's it. That's it for the show. It does, Jim. Yeah, that's it for the show for this week. What a lot of fun this has been. Nice way to kind of relax and get prepared for the working week. But yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed it. I think we had a good laugh and we had some segments and stuff. A quick recap: March 26th, you'll see this Model Mania. Me and Wayne will be doing that. He'll be joining us, or be joining the team from then as well. So we welcome him as a new team member to do Model Mania on March 26th. 2 participants already for Quizness Jet. Obviously, this won't be the final. Actually, it might be the final thumbnail with Jack upside down. I don't know yet. Yeah, 2 competitors so far for Ian's Quizness Jets trophy. And next week, Wayne will be joining us for Rate My Liveries. So we should be pretty good indeed. Paul Hussey, are you doing a short haul flight sim stream during the week? Probably not this week. Because I believe I've got a busy week ahead in terms of work. So I don't know when I'm going to be finishing. So we'll see. But yeah, we will see. If not, then obviously I'll be back on Saturday to probably muck up another stream, no doubt, before doing the Rate My Liveries show. All right, so I'll tell you what, we'll do some shout outs. Get your shout outs into the chat, and I'll get them shown on screen just while I go through the last little things here as well. So you can become a channel member by pressing the join button. You get use of you've got badges and you get use of extra emojis, which will be added to the more members that we get. We've got some lined up ready to be used. So if you want to become a member and support the channel that way, by all means do so. Obviously, like I say, you get shout outs and stuff like you saw at the beginning with Barry Price. He was the recent one that joined us and got his own shout out, and his name will be at the end credits as well. So if you fancy a bit of that, fancy having a little bit of recognition thrown away, Chuck, press the join button and become a lounge crew member as well, and you get to use all the emojis as well and have a lot of fun. Darren Smith, what I do for a living? I work in the removals industry, so my finishing times from work are all over the place. Carl Crawford proudly showing off the emojis there as well. Right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Lots of thank yous. I'll just read out a few people that looking forward to next week. Says Wayne, quiz idea from Darren Smith, cockpit pictures and ID the aircraft. Absolutely. Sounds like a good idea. Steve says, cheers, Tom. Cheers, mod team, and cheerio, my lovelies. Jack Roll says, massive shout out to you, Tom, and all the help on the watermark and just being a fantastic person. Very kind of you. Thank you very much. Rob Brown, nice one as always. Tom, been a hoot. Stay safe, folks. All the best. Goodness me. Lewis giving Jack a little bit of encouragement. Jack, keep up with the cooking, bud. Come on, you irons. And Jim Gemmell, see you all next week. Stay safe and take care. Ali Cat, no problem at all. Thanks, Tom, and everyone for the giggles. No problem at all. Darren Smith says, thank you this evening. I look forward to all my quiz ideas being used. Maybe I join the quiz one day when I feel brave enough. Absolutely. There's space for everybody. Space for everybody. So, like I said, they are still open until next week, I believe, when we announce. So we've got a week. If you want to join the quiz, come along and join in when we reveal everybody on next week's show. Right. That'll do for now. I'm going to go and lie down. I hope you all enjoyed this evening's show. Back on Saturday, not sure what flight we're doing yet on the sim, but we'll do a flight nonetheless. It'll be a nice short one this time round. But yeah, all that's left for me to say is I'm just making sure I get the right thing this time. I think that's that one. So all that's left for me to say is have a wonderful week. Thank you very much for tuning in. And yeah, like I say, follow us on social media to keep up to date with everything that's happening. So take care. Have a wonderful working week. Don't work too hard. And yeah, I will see you on Saturday, if not Sunday. Take care, everybody. And yeah, stay safe. Bye-bye.